Welcome back everyone, I'm Setharoth, and today we are finishing up the last of the illusion spells that we get from the Arcanum spell mod. We're going to dive right in with the first of these spells, which is called Pain Magnification. This is a fun little debuff that adds in a lot of extra damage. Overloads the target's nerves, causing them to take 10 bonus magical damage for the next 6 hits for 40 seconds. If they are hit 6 times within the first 10 seconds of the spell, Pain Magnification is automatically recast on the target. So we're going to put this alongside a very light spell, Sparks, that does very little damage, and then we're just going to hit 6 times and watch the extra damage line up. Before we get started, let me put me as myself in God mode. This is not one of those spells upon which my life is dependent, so we can have our fun. Alright, who's going to be our first volunteer? You, sir! There we go. Alright, that's hit number 1, hit number 2, hit number 3. And I guess we can go ahead and try it on you too. There we go. So as you can see, Flames usually does like, what, 8 damage per round? We'll just go ahead and check, because this is not a Destruction Mage, so I'm sure it doesn't hit that hard with Sparks. No, so it only does 14 points of damage per second, but with Pain Magnification that goes up to an additional 10 points when the spell hits. So it's kind of fun with these concentration spells, because you can do like 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 5 hit, right? So you can just chew through their health with a spell like this that's running all the debuffs. Keep in mind, once you hit them, you have 40 seconds to hit them 6 times. Once you complete that on the 6th hit, the duration is automatically reset for another 40 seconds. So as long as you continue tickling these guys, even if it's with something like a dagger that doesn't do a lot of damage, that Pain Magnification will latch onto every hit. Keep in mind, if you're going to be combining with a melee type character, if you're using a heavy two-handed weapon or a warhammer, those take longer to swing, so it will be harder to land those 6 hits in 40 seconds, assuming you're also trying to dodge and avoid getting hit yourself. But with something fast like a dagger, this is particularly useful. Next we're going to look at Ponder, which is a buff. It increases your magicka regen by 10% for 80 seconds and grants you one of 3 powerful effects at random. Ponder cannot be recast until this effect wears off. So let's go ahead and see what this has to offer. We've got, oh, that's kind of cool, like you have 3 moons, and we've unlocked the first one. Let's see, grants you 3 powerful effects. Yes, I would love to know what that powerful effect is. Oh, Autumn's Veil. For 80 seconds, increase your armor by 60 points, and whenever you take damage, you regain 30 health, stamina, and magicka after a 3-second delay. Oh, cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab that and run into battle. That's going to be giving us some health regen and magicka regen whenever we get hurt. So that is cool. Now, it can't be recast until the effect wears off, so we're going to hang on to that and use that for a couple of other fights. Hopefully we can proc all 3 during this demo so you guys can see what that is good for. Next we have Primal Taunt, which frenzies an enemy up to level 50 for 40 seconds, forcing them to attack you, increasing their attack damage by 30% for 40 seconds and reducing their armor by 100. So this is another one of those Arcanum spells. If you remember, there's a destruction spell, for example, that actually heals the enemy over time. And the first time I saw that, I was like, why would you want to help heal the enemy? And there was another spell that would consume that healing to do extra damage. This is a similar situation, right? Because, I mean, you want to frenzy an enemy, but you don't necessarily want to frenzy them at you. However, there is another spell that, let's see, that consumes it. Rapturous Trance, Perception. So we're going to combine that with Ceaseless Torment, which will actually consume the frenzy effect to make this spell cast with a duration of permanent at 40 damage per second. The duration doesn't run out if the target is under the effect of fear. And, alright, let's see. So our first one is... Oh, come on now. Tickle. Drop that shield. There we go. Alright, he is frenzied. And if I can get to him before that shield pops up, these master spells take a little longer to cast. There we go. Abracadabra. So the first spell was Primal Taunt. That was the frenzy that would get his attention, and then we were using Ceaseless Torment to consume the frenzy. Man, that does take... It's funny how a spell that, when those master spells just take an extra half second to charge, it still throws you off, because you're used to like novice level spells that just allow you to chew through whatever's in your face. It takes some getting used to, but well worth the effort, particularly when it can consume the effects that you already are throwing out. You're already, you know, putting things under charm and frenzy and whatnot. Oh, very nice. All right, we got them in both in one shot, and our stealth is not giving up, or our location is not giving up. And yeah, let's move on. Let's see what else we got here. So that was Primal Taunt, gives you a frenzy. It also increases their attack damage and reduces their armor. So if you're able to get some distance from the frenzied target so they can attack someone else, that might still be helpful because they do more damage and they have less armor, so they'll die faster. Next, we want to look at Psychosomatic Manifestation. Deals 5 magic damage per second for 20 seconds. If the target is afraid, their armor is reduced by 250. If they're frenzied, they gain a 25% critical strike chance. If they're calm, they heal for 30 points per second. So again, there are spells that consume the healing that you can use. But in our case, I think we're going to combine that with a fear spell, keep things running away. So in the one hand, we're going to fear them, and then we're going to consume the fear, which is going to, I believe that, yeah, if the target is afraid, their armor is reduced by 250. So we're going to experiment with those. I don't think the fear or the primal spells affect their I don't think they do actual damage, so we're gonna find out. You are feared and you are consumed. Run! Wow, that was more effective than I anticipated. Okay, so it could, oh, that's kind of cool. So when I hit the first one with Psychosomatic Manifestation, it consumed her fear and lowered her armor. And then she stepped on the trap and died. So that was kind of an unforeseen bonus there. Particularly if you're in a dungeon with one of those like swinging cage wall trap things, those are insane. Anyway, so this is another option for consuming a debuff. Obviously, we already saw Ceaseless Torment, which consumes it for damage. But depending on the situation, particularly if you're trying to debuff a boss, this is another way. If you can land a frenzy spell on a boss, for example, now he's got 25% critical strike chance, and he's tearing into all of his little squishy allies. Or you calm them, so he's getting healed for 30 seconds, which you can then hit him with a spell that consumes healing and does extra damage. Win-win. Next, we have Rapturous Trance. Continuously concentrate on a unit to enrapture them, calming them for 120 seconds, regardless of level, after a channel time. The amount of time required is equal to 25% of the target's level plus 5 seconds. So this seems to be something that you want to do from stealth. You don't necessarily... Oh, geez. Okay, so let's see if we can't get far enough away for this to reset, and then we will try out this little experiment. Alright, so our goal here is going to be to hit them with Rapturous Trance, which has quite a bit of channel time, and it's a very cheap spell, but you have to be in stealth because it takes so long to cast that they'll be beating your face in otherwise. So we're going to see if we can't find another spell on top of that. Mark the target for 30 seconds. This is Scapegoat, causing nearby units to become frenzied and focus their attacks on the marked target. Additionally, the target takes 3 magic damage per second for 6 seconds whenever it's hit. Only one unit may be scapegoated at a time. So assuming that both of these guys return to their little table, that could work to our advantage. We'll scapegoat one and continuously control another. Unless they're just sitting around having a cocktail. Nope. Crap. Hide. Alright, continuous cast. Oh, there we go. 120-second calm effect. That wasn't too bad. Alright, so if you're in combat, if you were to hit them with Fusro Da, keep them down for a few seconds, you would have enough time to hit them with Rapturous Trance. I do like that the calming effect lasts longer than most of these other like calm fury spells, because that's a full 120 seconds, and it's regardless of level. The problem is that the challenge is that the channel time is longer depending on the level. So if you're up against like a giant, the channel time is going to be pretty big. I also am not sure about the range. It looked like it didn't start working until the mage got closer. So bear those in mind. I don't think you can just be half a mile away and then calm the boss and then move on with your day. I think you might have to actually be somewhat close in order to make that work. Next we have Scapegoat, which is going to force a nearby baddie to attack our target. But we might actually, because I think there's a second mage down here. I don't know what... Oh, hi, hello. Can I just... Oh, come on now, I need you to be scapegoated here. There we go. I want to see how well this works. Okay, oh geez, it includes their summons. Does it? Oh, I don't think it did. Oh, that's funny. It worked on our calm friend. I think it did work on his summon. Okay. Come on now, Mr. Frost-Otternock. I want you to beat your buddy senseless. No? Huh. Alright, so I think our friend here tried to jump in, but he's still calm, so it didn't quite work. Alright, I have enough pieces sticking out of me now for my own liking. Thank you very much. So let's see what else we got here. Scapegoat. We might only one unit may be scapegoated at a time. Okay, so we're gonna save Scapegoat. We're gonna give that another shot a little later. Relentless Precision. For 20 seconds, your next 3 bow shots fire out additional spectral arrows that deal 30 magical damage. If all 3 shots strike a target, Relentless Precision is recast on yourself and you regain 30 stamina, and Relentless Precision deals double damage for 20 seconds. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get up here, get somewhat out of the line of fire, and we're also going to want to arm a special little toy I brought along, which is our glass bow. Okay, spell shot repeater, here we go. Getting some accuracy here. Oh geez. Well, that didn't work out well for you. Alright. That is pretty cool. Oh, our little... Oh, jeez. Okay. I got confused there. Well, we shot a vampire. That is pretty cool. I feel like I'm in Star Wars. Oh, that's interesting. So, when you shoot this arrow, it starts shooting those green rays. But the green rays are actually aimed by your camera, right? So I'll shoot this arrow, and then I'll look away. See? So the green rays can be like, you can follow a moving target, is what I'm trying to say. Right? Because when you shoot the arrow, you're kind of stuck on that target. Or, you know, obviously, the arrow isn't going to change direction mid-flight in order to hit the target, but you can actually move your arrows from spell shot repeater if they follow your reticle as they continue firing, which I think is pretty cool. Plus, I mean, I feel like what is that, ATT Walker from Star Wars? Pew 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 pew! It just really reminds me of the blaster bolts. And yes, my archery skills could definitely use some work. I might do a Arcane Archer playthrough at one point just to get my spells up. I do like the arcane arrows sticking out of the body. That's a nice touch. That's cool. Alright, so what are we looking at now? Alright, oh perfect actually. That should work out quite nice for what I want to do next. Relentless Precision is done. Let's try another shot at Scapegoat. And we can try Shroud of Shadow as well. So, for Shroud of Shadow, you and all allies within 20 feet become invisible. Gain 60% movement speed for 24 seconds. Activating an object, being hit, or attacking will break the spell. So this means you can't even open doors without breaking your invisibility. However, it does do wonders for your stealth. So let's go ahead and poke our heads in here, get a bit of a head count. We've got little Jimmy over here. Who else do we got? Usually there's like 2 or 3 guys in here. Ah yes, this is person number 2. Very nice. Wait, how long does this last? I forget. I probably shouldn't be this close until I figure out how long it takes this thing to wear off. There we go. Scapegoat has landed. Gonna shut that door, give those guys a couple minutes to get to know each other. They haven't detected me yet, and one of them has been scapegoated. So we should see some frenzy and combat going on. Unless I have misread what this thing actually does. There we go. Oof. That's nasty. Alright, so Scapegoat is kind of, it's a more superior version of Frenzy because it forces everything else to attack the target rather than forcing the target to attack everything else. So, for example, if you're dealing with a group that has, like, I have some modded bandits that will have a really big Minotaur in the mix. And if you hit the Minotaur Scapegoat, then all of the bandits will attack it. That could be fun. Alright, so that's Scapegoat. Shroud of Shadow, also very helpful for stealth builds. We also have Spiteful Mirage. For 30 seconds, create an illusory copy of the target to attack the target for the duration, dealing 40% damage with 25% health. And let's see. I think that's the only other like combat-based spell that I was looking at demonstrating. The other ones require like an ally or other contexts. So let's try that. Well, there we go. We just made a... Oh, jeez. Okay, so the... Oh, jeez. And... We're just going to get a little distance here. Okay. So, what to remember with Spiteful Mirage. It does a decent amount of damage. Like, I remember there's something about a twin. Evil Twin? Yeah, I think there's a spell called Evil Twin, although that might be Apocalypse. Yeah, that's Apocalypse. There are illusion spells that make a copy of the target and then have the copy attack. This copy does deal 40% of the original's damage, which is not bad, but it only has 25% health. So what you'll want to do is get a frenzy fight going and then add in Spiteful Mirages into the mix after the fact, while the bad guys are still focused on each other. These Spiteful Mirages are not meant to tank, but they can add on quite a bit of damage, especially if you have like a big tanky follower in the mix that's already throwing on the pain. Speaking of which, we're going to bring in a little friend. I did hear something. Where did you go? Oh, geez. Lydia! No, I haven't prepped my demo yet. Okay, so we're going to try and hit Lydia with Thought Reflection. Melds your mind with that of the target, reducing the power of your spells by 25% for 25 seconds. During that time, any spells you cast are cast from the target as well. So we're going to try and combine that with Ponder, which will add in a buff to Lydia, assuming she holds still long enough for us to get her insightful. She is incited. Now we cast Ponder, and she doesn't seem to be pondered, but she is still super powerful. I'm trying to think if there's some other spell that we could cast that would also be cast from her, which seems kind of odd. Let's see. Well, I guess we could try. No, I don't want it. Don't want something with area of effect that would blow her up. Let's go ahead and try that Spiteful Mirage again and see if we get... Oh, or not. Oh, something. Oh, that's cool. I got off the Spiteful Mirage right before he died. Huh. Okay, so I'm still figuring out how this Thought Reflection works. Meld your mind with the target. Your spells are less powerful. However, during that time, any spells you cast are cast from the target as well. So does that mean, like... No. She's not casting that. Ponder? No. I mean, I've got the little ball thing, but she doesn't. Huh. Alright, so I'm not sure about that one. I like the idea of being able to cast dual spells, or that the spell that you cast is automatically cast on your ally as well. Maybe it's only specific spells. I'm trying to help you, Lydia. This is a demo. Pay attention. Is it? No, healing spells aren't transferring over. Maybe I'm misinterpreting the spell. The thing with some of these Arcanum spells is they're very well put together, and they have a lot of layers to them, and sometimes it can be hard to figure out what procs them. During that time, any spells you cast are cast from the target as well. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's when you're in combat. That might be it. Okay, so we're going to use thought reflection in the next fight, and then I seem to be triggering the same ponder effect because it's randomized. So we're going to leave that. But there's 2 other buff modes that you can get at random through Ponder. We're going to keep Thoughtful Reflection and combine that with Unbroken Focus. Concentrate to generate a stack of focus every 2 seconds, increasing the power of your illusion spells by 6% for 20 seconds. Oh geez. So if you hold this for 20 seconds, let's see, increase to 20 seconds, 6 seconds, that times 10, yep. So your illusion spells can be up to 60% more powerful if you just hold Unbroken Focus for 20 seconds. So that's constantly adding 2 stacks. Oh geez, that actually looks pretty cool. Look at all my psychic powers building. Ha ha ha. Feel like I'm just one giant bolt of electricity. Okay, so we're going to combine that ubered up illusion magic with let's start with calm. We're going to keep this guy calm. Stop moving, please. Thank you. Alright, so he's calm. Let's bring over Lydia. And we're going to hit her with Thoughtful Reflection. Come here, Lydia. Come on. Where'd you go? Oh, did I forget to... I bet you I did. I forgot to... We were in combat, so I didn't get the chance to actually instruct her to follow me. Run back, 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 run back. Please stay calm. Oh, jeez. He stopped at just the right time. Take a look, take a look. Oh, that was the wrong spell. Actually, maybe that's the way it was supposed to be cast? No, he's not. Huh. Actually, on the cast. Alright, well, let's, Yeah, if any of you guys are familiar with this mind-sharing thought reflection spell, I'm not entirely sure what that is supposed to do. So, we're just going to go ahead and blow the crap out of this guy. You know what, let's end with a bang, shall we? You like fire? Oh, jeez. Sorry, Lydia. This is why I have a hard time when my allies just, like, jump in the way of my spell and get hit and nearly die. I don't want to kill Lydia. She usually ends up dying, but that's not really my arrangement. Anyway. Okay, so I guess the funnest spell we've gotten out of this mix so far, I like Ponder. Particularly like how Ponder gives you some healing over time after you've been hit. That does say there are a couple other random events. I think there's 2 other versions of Ponder, but I keep only getting that one. Nope. Yep, I keep just getting that one. I don't know how random it is for the other 2 versions too. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so I thought, because I know Ponder has 3 different modes, and I thought that each mode was tied to, like, one of the balls being lit, right? Because right now the ball on the left is the one that's always lit. I didn't realize it was already giving me a different buff. So this time it's giving me Bull Rush, increase movement speed by 30%, and increase attack damage. That's not bad. Okay. So that's kind of a fun little buff that, I mean, I guess you could treat it like a grab bag and change your character's strategy depending on what you get out of Ponder. That could be pretty cool. Alright, I think that's it for today's playthrough. I hope you guys have enjoyed the proverbial show. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite illusion spell you saw so far was. The Star Wars blaster blasts from using a bow were pretty fun. I've been considering putting together like a Star Wars playthrough, or a Star Wars load order, because there's a surprisingly high number of Star Wars related stuff, and Lord of the Rings, and yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to do in Skyrim. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.